Imagine two islands. On the left, Dev Island. People invent features and write code. On the right, Ops Island. People keep everything fast, safe, and online. Between them, there's a high wall and a rough sea. Code gets tossed over the wall like paper planes. Incidents come flying back. Releases are slow, the nights are stressful, and the end users, the customers, have to wait. DevOps lowers the wall and builds a bridge so both islands become one coast. Same goals, shared dashboard, one backlog. The bridge has lanes, a ferry lane called CI/CD that carries each small change the same way every time. Blue, green, and canary lanes that let a tiny amount of traffic cross first. A power grid of infrastructure as code, so new towns, which are environments, can be stamped out reliably. A lighthouse of observability, metric logs and traces to spot storms early, and customs for security, automatic checks that keep bad cargo out. Look for four clear signals. How often do changes reach the users? How quickly a commit becomes a release? How many releases cause problems? And how fast service is restored when something does break? Healthy teams ship more often with shorter lead time, there's fewer failures, and there's faster recovery. These are the DORA metrics, a widely used way to measure software delivery performance. Turn delivery into a tiny, reliable factory for code. Every change follows the same path: commit, build, test, package, release. That rhythm is CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous delivery. Each commit triggers automatic checks. Problems show up early while they're still small. When a change passes, it's always ready to ship, or even ships automatically when tests and policies are green. The goal isn't flashy tools, it's predictable, low risk releases. Keep changes small and frequent. Favor trunk based development. Short lived branches that merge back to main often, keeping the main branch always releasable. When a feature isn't ready for everyone, ship the code with the lights off, basically meaning behind a feature flag. Turn it on for 1% of users, then more as confidence grows. This decouples deploy from release, reducing risk and speeding up feedback. Two patterns make launches calmer. Blue green, keep two identical environments. One is live, the other runs the new version. Flip traffic to the new one. If anything looks off, flip back. Canary, start with a tiny slice of traffic. Watch health and only ramp up if the graphs stay green. Both strategies shrink the blast radius and make rollback a normal, boring action. That bridge runs on infrastructure as code. Instead of clicking around a cloud console, describe servers, networks, and settings and files, you have recipes. You can check those recipes into Git. Review them just like application code. You need a test copy of production. You run the recipe. Need more capacity? Change a number. Run the plan and know exactly what changed and why. If it can be diffed, it can be trusted. Keep a lighthouse on the coastline. Observability. Three lenses work together. Metrics whisper that something is drifting. Maybe latency is rising or the error rate is ticking up. Logs tell the story of what happened, step by step. Traces draw the path a request took across services and show where time was lost. This is when you need to define service level objectives, clear targets for the experience users should get, and alert on those user visible signals, not on noisy CPU spikes. Security isn't a boss fight at the end, it's part of the level design. Automate it in the same pipeline, scan dependencies and source code, probe running apps, scan container images, enforce policy as code, store secrets properly, sign and verify what goes out, and keep access to the minimum needed. A little every day beats a big scramble on release day. Let Git be the single source of truth for systems as well as code. GitOps. The desired state lives in a repo. An agent continuously checks reality and reconciles it to match. Every change is proposed, reviewed, auditable, and applied by automation. Rollbacks are just commits. Tools enable the culture. Don't let them replace the culture. Choose a small cohesive set and go deep. Git with GitHub or GitLab for code and reviews. A CI/CD engine close to the repo, infrastructure as code to define and configure environments, containers to package apps, and when needed, an orchestrator that restarts and reschedules when machines fail. An observability stack where metrics, logs, and traces tell the same story. Fewer moving parts means better defaults and more consistency. So how can you introduce the DevOps culture into your organization? Baseline the 4 signals. How often do changes go out? How long from commit to production? How often do releases cause trouble? How long to recover? These numbers are the starting point. Then you can add continuous integration. Every pull request builds and runs tests automatically. Keep branches short, make review the default. Layer tests wisely. Many fast unit tests, a good set of integration tests, and a small, meaningful set of end-to-end checks that mimic real user flows. Adopt trunk-based development and feature flags. Merge small slices often. Keep main always releasable. Separate deploy from release. Introduce continuous delivery. Start with a manual approval, then add canary or blue-green so risk is dialed down and rollback is instant. Codify environments. So move infrastructure to code and review it via pull requests. Keep app and infra changes linked so the whole change travels together. Make the system visible. Emit latency, throughput, and error rate. Centralize logs. Add a trace that crosses at least one service boundary. Set SLOs and alert on breaches. Shift security left. Scan dependencies and code. Scan images. Fail the build on critical issues. Store secrets correctly. Keep access tight and time bound. Learn continuously. After any incident, run a blameless review. Capture what happened, where detection and response slowed, what automation or guardrails would help next time. Turn findings into small, specific improvements and track them like any other work. So what's the mindset? Small over big, frequent over rare, automated over manual, observable over mysterious, practiced over improvised, shared outcomes over handoffs. That's DevOps as a culture. Habits that make good outcomes likely and bad outcomes small. Ship smaller, ship safer, learn faster, until release day feels like just another Tuesday. If this helped, like the video and subscribe.